Look at that! Hi, how you all doing? Welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we are going to make a British lasagna. This is my way how to make it. There are hundreds of recipes. It's very easy to do, and all we need to do is prep a little bit of the ingredients. You know, I've got some garlic, I've got some onions. We need to mash the garlic, dice the onions, and put the meat in a pan, and we're going to start to cook it down. It's very easy, very quick. Let's show you how to do it. Come on. Okay, we've got some garlic. All we're going to do is boom, 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 and then that. No more than that. I'm going to chuck that in a pan. I haven't even got any oil in the pan yet, but I'm chucking it in there. Okay, onion, let's dice it up. So we want to dice up our onion. You dice it as big or as small as you want. That is entirely up to you. It's very straightforward, very easy. Now, I don't hold with all this parallel cut nonsense. An onion is made up of segments. If you want to cut back to your hand, that's up to you. I do have a video on the channel explaining all about the parallel cut and how an onion is made up in segments. So just cut through, dice through there. That is our onion diced. It's as easy as that. So let's move it along a bit quicker now. Get some oil in there. We don't need that much because we're going in with some beef. And that might have fat in there. Okay, so we want a flame on. Very easy, very quick this. Okay, now don't have the flame too high. We don't want to burn that garlic. That garlic's in there just for a bit of flavour. Now what we want to do, we need to go in there with our meat. So get our meat in. Take that off there. We're not going to cook that. Okay, so straightforward. We want some pepper on the top of there. A nice pinch of pepper and a little bit of salt. Now don't go too bananas with the salt, but just a little bit, because don't forget we have to season the meat now. And then what we need to do is start breaking this down. This is about 10% fat ratio, I think. So there should be a little bit of fat in there to help us, but I'm not 100% certain what the ratio is. And then we're going in with a little bit of chopped bacon. Now it doesn't really matter when you get this in there. You know, it's just got to go in and all cook together. So give that a stir through. So in we go with some dried herbs and a little bit of oregano. So we've got Italian herbs and some oregano. So that's all going to rehydrate in there and add that flavour. We need to be going in there with our onion. We want our onion in there. That's going to cook in there with those meat juices. Like I say, this is a really simple but tasty lasagna. So that's doing in there. And while that's cooking, we're going to actually prep our mushrooms. Now I put mushrooms in lasagna and we slice them up. So we got these lovely slices and we are going to add those to our lasagna. Okay, give this a stir. We got to keep working this. Bring it all round in there. Turn it over. You can see the amount of fluid that's coming out of here already. Quite a lot actually. And then all we're going to do, we're going to add that pile of mushrooms in there. Now don't worry about the pile of mushrooms. You know, they will disappear into that lasagna actually. So just keep giving it a stir. Get it all in there. Let it all cook. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to add a tin of chopped tomatoes. And we're going to go in there with a good couple of tablespoons of tomato puree. Or you might know it as tomato paste. So let's work that in there. And then once we've got this worked in here, what we will do, we'll put a lid on. Okay, and here is a little secret ingredient. Now this is just gravy granules, and what we're going to do is we're going to put that little bit of a beefed up flavour in there. Good stir through. We need to be turning it down just a little bit, and we want to put a lid on till it cooks down a little bit in there. Now it won't take too long, it'll cook down within about 15 minutes, then we can put it all together. But while that's cooking, we're going to make a bechamel sauce. Okay, bechamel sauce, pan on. I want to go in with a chunk of butter. Quick little stir around in there. Let's get that melted down. Right, we've got our butter melted in there. We want to be going in with about equal amounts of flour. It's about that much, I reckon. Let's just give that a stir in. Cook that in there. Oh, that's looking superb. Then all we need to do is just cook this a little bit, cook the rawness out of the flour. Now, making a bechamel sauce is so simple, and people make such a song and dance out of it. It's really easy. So just cook that a little bit in there, take that rawness off the flour, and we're going to put some milk in. So what we need to be doing, we need to be adding a bit of milk, get that in there, and then all we do is we just mix that in until we get it lump free. Now it doesn't have to be completely lump free, don't be fooled. What we don't want to do is burn this anywhere, so what we need to do is keep adding milk to keep it going. So put some more in there. Nice and easy on that, look. It's already thickening up too much, so in with a bit more. Now, like I say, everybody thinks bechamel sauce is hard to make, but it's not, you know. In with a bit more milk. Get all that in there, actually. Now what you can do is get a whisk and whisk it up. So that's thickening up really nicely, and it is virtually lump free. In fact, I don't see many lumps in there at all, actually. So what we have to do now, we have to be really careful that we don't over thicken it, because I want to add some cheese to this. So I'm going to add about a handful of normal cheddar to that, probably about the same of freshly grated Parmesan, and then all we need to do is stir that in there. Now turn the flame off and just stir it in. That is a really nice cheesy bechamel sauce, and that is going to be perfect. Absolutely perfect on our lasagna. So easy to make. Okay, let's just give this a little stir through, see how we're going. Oh, look at that. That is coming along quite nicely. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the lid off, leave the lid off, and let this try and cook down and thicken up just a little bit, because there's too much fluid in there. That looks tremendous. So off with the heat, and what we're going to do, we're going to assemble our lasagna and get it in the oven. Now I'm using these ready lasagna sheets. It makes it a damn sight easier. Now what we need to do, we need to transfer some of this into the bottom of our tin and just push it out. We don't want it too thick, this bottom layer. With this tray, these lasagna sheets actually fit. So in there, in there. And we've got that middle bit in there. Don't be frightened. On it goes. Right, the next job, what we're going to do, we're going to take a bit of our bechamel cheesy sauce and put over the top of our pasta there. Now you don't need too much of this. We want a nice thin layer on there. So let's take a spoon and we're just going to put that over our pasta sheets. And then over the top with some more of our meat sauce. Squash that in, work it into the corners. More pasta. Oh, we got half of one there, look. Wonder why that is. Oh, that works out perfectly, look at that. Okay, there's our pasta on there. Again, some of our bechamel sauce. A dollop on there. Oh, that looks fab. Back over with some more of our meat sauce. Oh, this is amazing. This is how to make a really good lasagna. And then over the top with some more pasta. And then what we're going to do, we're coming back over the top of there with some more of our white sauce. Now we are going to have to be really careful here because this is full to the top and it is going to bubble. I know it is, but we're going to get that crusty, which I like, that crusty burnt bit on there. Hopefully we are anyway. And then we want some cheese on. A little bit of cheese on the top of there. Oh. Now we don't want to go too bananas with this because don't forget, cheese is quite oily and it's going to spill oil everywhere. A little bit of our mature red cheddar. A little bit of Parmesan on there as well. A little bit of black pepper. And that's it. That is job done. All we need to do now is bang that in the oven. Oven's on 180. We're going to cook it for about 40 minutes. It smells incredible in here. Absolutely incredible. We've got to get it out. We've got to let it cool down. Just look at that beauty. Right, what we'll do is let it cool down and we'll cut a slice. Look at that. Come on, let's get in there. Oh, that looks amazing. Oh, oh, that is incredible. Now, if you like what we're doing, don't forget, smash that like and subscribe, share with your friends, all that kind of stuff, and we'll catch you in the next video.